in my work, I've put a great deal of focus on the majority, that is 70% of humanity are generators. And they're basically what creates the pattern for all of us, including myself as a manifester. It's one of the things to be so clear about what it means to be a non-energy type, or what it means to be a projector in comparison to the majority. In human design, through type, we're able to understand a basic genetic matrix, and out of that matrix we're able to provide strategies. Those strategies allow us, in essence, to surrender. In other words, they allow us to live our lives as ourselves and to get to see that life as yourself eliminates resistance. For an energy type, that's something that they can experiment moment by moment by moment by moment by moment by moment by moment. They can experiment with it all the time. When I say to a generator, wait to respond, life is responding. Every second, every moment that they're conscious, they have an opportunity to experiment with their strategy, and their strategy is wait, their strategy is respond. So when I say that to people who are coming to this knowledge and they're generators, and I say to them, you know, here's the experiment, try this, I know they can try it right away. I know that they can get into that experiment right away. But you can't. It's very, very different to be a projector. It's very different. The strategy, and I'll talk about it, your strategy, that very special strategy of waiting for the invitation, that's not something that operates on a moment by moment by moment by moment basis. It doesn't. You can walk out of here if you're, somebody who comes for the first time and they hear about that. You can walk out of there and say, okay, I'm going to experiment with my strategy as a projector. I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to wait for the invitation. You can wait for years. Years. Because that isn't any kind of mundane invitation. It's about things that really matter in your life. What you do, where you go, who you're with, where you live. The basic things, the most important things. Because that's the only place in which your strategy will allow you something very special. It'll allow you to find exactly the correct energy types that you can be with and survive without being negatively conditioned.